All right. So when you are done with that first setup, this is exactly what is going to show up, regardless of the country you're setting up for. That is, whether you're doing it for a Nigerian, for a Pakistanis, for someone in the UK, someone in the US. This is exactly how the platform looks for everybody. Now, when you are done with that first part, you will always see this part that says your account information is incomplete. You will now say, to publish a book, you need to complete this. Update now. Now, this is where you will click. You have to now click on update now so that that takes you to the person's account information where you supply some vital information that relates to the owner of this account. Okay, at this point, what you will do now is click on update now. So you click on update now. Exactly, it brings you here. Then you do the same thing you did the other time. Now, this is it's actually a simple stuff, right? But you have to be very careful and pay close attention to what you're doing. Because if you make certain mistakes here, you may risk the person's account being banned. So just follow it carefully. Now, this is how it looks for everybody. Like I said, it brings you to this point. This is the account information that they want you to fill up. Now, look at the first thing they're asking you here. Before I tell you about the first thing, look at this part here. There are majorly three segments for this account information. The first is about your profile. The second is about getting paid, how you are going to be paid. And the third is about tax information. So we are going to take it one step at a time. Now look at this part that says, which country or region do you live in? It says, enter the following information to help us determine how to send your payment. Now look, it says business type. Let me tell you about this business type. In a nutshell, your KDP account is treated like a business in the United States. That's one thing you should know first. Now, if you can choose to set up your account as an individual or as a corporation, as a corporate entity, but I always advise you, if you're setting up an account for a client, always opt for the individual account setup. Always insist that you're setting up as an individual, except in situations where the people or the company now insist that you do it as a corporate entity. Now, if you're setting up a corporate entity, the procedures are a little bit different because the document you'll be asked to submit has to be for the corporation, for the company. But why it's easier to do for the individual is because for an individual, these documents are easily accessible. But for a company, it might not be as accessible as you may think. Sometimes it could be very difficult and a little bit complicated. So let's just proceed. As we continue, you are going to know. But whenever you're in doubt about anything for this particular Amazon setup, always look at this part where you see a blue. Let me zoom in a little bit so that you see what I'm saying. I think I've zoomed out too much. Now look at this part that says, what's this? Only just as soon as you hover it, anytime you're in doubt about anything here, just hover. It's going to explain it to you. Now look at it, says select corporation if you are representing a corporate entity and you are providing information for the corporate entity in this form. So always do it for an individual. Now I think that helps and it's a little bit better. Okay, let me zoom. Now we select individual. Then here you put in the date of birth of that individual. For a corporation, well, since we're doing a training, let me also show you what it looks like here. For a corporation, you see, you say enter the date of incorporation for the entity listed in the account holder name, on the holder name field under getting paid. So it's a little bit complicated. So just select individual. Maybe at another time, we are going to explore for corporation and see how that setup goes on with. So I'm going to come here and then look for the date of birth for Mr. Akara. Just did that. I think 5th May 1964. Come back here and then select. I'll just click on this calendar icon here. Just click on it. Then this part that says March 2023, you click on it. Now you see that the date here, the max date here is 2000. The highest one here is 2023. So use this arrow sign that shows backwards, click on it, and it takes you a list of other dates. What we're looking for is 1964. So 1964 is not here. So I will also click again backwards and then look for 1964, which is here. I'll select 1964 here. Then I'll select the month, the month being May. Select the month being May. Where's May? Then the day being 5th. And this is how it shows. Now, the next thing here is the country or the region. Look at it here. It says some countries and regions have been excluded from the country and region selector and will not be able to proceed with account setup at this time. What this means is that if you come here and you do not see a particular country listed here, it means that that person in that country or that particular country has been excluded from publishing books on Amazon. And unfortunately, as the publisher, there is nothing you can do. So you cannot be a savior and a messiah for anybody whose country is not listed here. The simple explanation is that, sorry, your information or your country is not listed here and you cannot proceed with this setup. So what I'm going to do here now is I'm going to show you what it looks like if somebody in the US or in the UK, let me use UK, is setting up this account, and if somebody in Nigeria is also doing the same. Now, okay, so yeah, I'm sure another person is from another country too. So but the procedure are the same. Okay, now let me just click on United Kingdom. Now look at what it shows. United Kingdom, legal name, address line, city, province, postal code, and so on and so forth. Let me change this from United Kingdom to Nigeria. Let me change it to Nigeria, and you see. Where is Nigeria again? Nigeria. Now you see that nothing changed here. The information that they're asking for is the same thing. It's the same. So that's why I'm trying to tell you that Amazon account in Nigeria is the same as Amazon account in the UK or United States. So it's just a little difference that you are going to see as we proceed. Now the legal name is the same as what we use while setting up this account from the onset. So I'm going to look for the legal name here, which is simply this. I'll copy that and paste here, Betalakara. Then the address line one is simply the first part of this address that was sent here. Now I have 5. Let me just copy that address and show you before I continue. Now this is the full address that I was given. It has 5 Akuko Street, Umusam Road, Umusam, I think. Then the other part of the address is the city and the state. Now look at this. It's asking us for postal code. Many people do not know what the postal code of their location is. And this is the easiest way to look for postal code of any location, especially for those in Nigeria that you may not know. Let me open a new tab and show you. Now, what you simply do, if you're working with a client, the client may not know what their postal code is. So asking a client may be hectic for you to verify. So model will send you the country code, which is +234, instead of postal code, which should signify their location. So what you will do, setting up an account for somebody, is copy that entire address the person sent you. Just come to your browser and paste it. Yes. Then at the end of what you have pasted, write postal code. Hope that is understood. Just write the entire address and then write postal code at the end. All right. So after having done that, I'll just click on enter to search. Now look at what it's going to show. I hope you can still see my screen though.
Yes.
Okay. Now look at this. Look at this. It shows all of this. I want you to let me zoom in. Look at this. It says Delta State postal code or zip code. Delta State postal code is 320001 to 334,196. So what this means is that the postal code of all cities in Delta State range from this place, from this number to this number. Now, 2 things you can do. You can decide to choose any of these postal code. It will not mean anything. Or you want to come here, look at this part that says what is Kwale Delta State postal code. You can select it and you will see the exact postal code for Kwale Delta State. Postal code is 332001. So I'll just copy that Copy that. Then return to this page and then paste it here where I seek postal code.
3, 2, 2,
I hope,
1.
I hope it's understandable to this point. Then what you do next is this part that says phone number, you just use the same number that we had been using. Sorry, you have to call that number again. I did not save it. So we have
081.
081. You see what happened? As soon as I type 494937, as soon as I just type the last digit, it brought out the country code to add to the phone number. So with this now, you can proceed. All you need to do now, as after doing that, just scroll down a little bit. You see this part that says save. See this part that says save. You click on it, save. Now, when you have saved it, you have these details recorded, and that's good. You can move to the next stage. Now, this next stage, I will do it in two ways. For the person that's outside Nigeria and the person that's in Nigeria, I will show you this. So for the person that's first, let me start with the person in Nigeria. If I come here, as soon as I click on, they say, where is your bank? Now I come here and look for Nigeria. I'll come and look for Nigeria now. Assuming I'm in Nigeria, I'll select Nigeria. Where is Nigeria? I don't even see Nigeria. Let me see. Where is Nigeria? You see? I look for Nigeria, but I cannot find Nigeria. That's to tell you that banks in Nigeria are not supported. So let me just, for the benefit of doubt, let me just type Nigeria. Nigeria. If I select Nigeria. Nigeria. You see, it's not selecting. That means if I'm in Nigeria, I cannot proceed with this. Now, this is where most people have issues. Especially Nigerian authors, you see that they'll tell you that if you're in Nigeria, you cannot publish on Amazon because of this simple reason. And so a lot of people just give up. Okay, well, let me use United Kingdom, for instance. You see, United Kingdom, what happened? It showed details of account holder name, type of account, IBAN, and BIC code. So for you who is in the United Kingdom, all you just need to complete this account setup is to simply ask for the person's account name, ask for the type of account, is it checking or savings, then ask for the IBAN number. The IBAN number is simply a combination. Look at it. Remember I said when you're in doubt, just hover your mouse on this. You see, your IBAN number is your international bank account number. It contains between 15 to 31 characters and should not contain spaces. Now, I am going to show you what this IBAN account number looks like. But for you who is unique, I'm sure you already know. It's a combination of your SWIFT code and also your bank account number. It's a combination of those details. And that's what your IBAN number actually is. Now, the BIC code, over again, you see that the BIC code is also another name for SWIFT code. The BIC code is another name for SWIFT code. So that's what you are going to be using. Now, the question is, since I'm not in the UK, or I'm not in the United States, or I'm not in a first world country where that has been listed here, so what do I do if I'm in Nigeria? Now, that will lead us to the next thing I'm going to tell you. If you're in Nigeria or your client is in Nigeria, the author you're working with is in Nigeria, now this is what you have to do. Before now, we used to use Payoneer to set up a third-party, to use Payoneer as a third-party application to set up bank accounts for people who are in Nigeria. What Payoneer does is that Payoneer will create US dollar accounts, your UK pound accounts, and UK euro. I think is it euro? Is it UK? I can't remember the exact country, but they also create a euro account for you. In other words, with Payoneer, you can create a US dollar account, a pounds account, and a euro account. All of those accounts domiciled in the UK and in the US. However, right now you cannot use Payoneer because of one issue or the other that we have been experiencing. So with Payoneer, even if you go ahead to set up an account, they may not give you those information. So what we do is we explore 2 other platforms. Now, what we are going to do now is, Mr. Bethel, you are going to use your phone now to do something for me. And what I want you to do is that you are going to go to Play Store. So please understand that what the way I'm talking to Mr. Bethel is expected that that's how you are going to talk to your clients. So I'm going to send you a link right now, and I'll drop the link in the group. That link is to lead you to your Play Store. If you're using an Android device, it's going to take you to the Play Store where you are going to download a particular app. But what we are going to do for the benefit of this training is that after now, I am going to use my own phone to do a record of the process, right? I'll do a record of the process of this thing I'm telling Mr. Beta to do now, because he cannot be able to do that, to record it from his own end and share it for this training. But I'm going to do a record of that process with my phone. And then before I share this replay, I will attach that part to this exact side now, to the exact that I'm talking about. I'll attach that part so that you watch how it is done before we go to the last part of this training. I hope that's understandable. So I'm dropping a link now in the group that I want you to just click on. The procedure is very simple. You click on it, and I'll tell you exactly what you should do while we are still on this call. So you are going to get it in like a second. You're going to get it in like a second. I'll drop the link right now in the group that I want you to click on. And if your client is using an iOS device, an Apple device, you can also just tell the client to go to the App Store and download the app called Payday. It's a simple app called Payday. So I've dropped the link right now in the group. Every one of you can just use it, especially for those who are using an Android device. This will take you straight up to the Play Store where you can download that app. So
Hello. So to set up your payment details, payment account for Amazon, all you just need to do, you come to your Play Store, and on your Play Store, I just want you to come to the search button here and search for the app called Payday. Just search for the app called Payday. Now there are two different apps for Payday. One is Payday Global Money Transfer. Payday Global Money Transfer here. Payday Mobile Money Transfer, and then there is another here, this other Payday. So the one I want you to download is the first one. It's the first one. It is Payday Money Transfer. That's what I want you to click on and download. So you click on it. I only have the app installed in my own phone, so that's why you can see that it's showing me open. But for you, in this part where you see open, you will see install. So you just click on that and install the app, and you are good to go. Right? Great. So now I'm going to open the app. So in this process, I'm going to go through everything to show you how this account is being set up, so that you can follow the same process and proceed with yours. So you click on continue, and since you don't have an account, you tap on join Payday instead of login. Join Payday. So here you input your first name and last name. I'm going ahead with that right now. I already have an account, so I'm setting up this for somebody else. That's why some of the information are being blurred out. So you put your first name and last name there. Continue. Then you input your email address. Just go ahead and put an email address, any email address that you know you want to use, and then of course a password. Then you also input a referral code, which is optional. Yeah, have it. I think I have one, but that's not the problem. You can just ignore that and click on continue. Now they are going to send you a code. They are going to send you a code in your email. So all you need to just do is to go to your email and look for that code. So I'm going to go to the email now and get the code, which I'm going to put here. The email has just arrived, so I've gotten the code. 263,926. The code 263926. Then I click on continue. Great. So they have given me a code. I mean, now at this point, you are now asked to select a pay tag, which I have done. They'll give you a dummy pay tag. You can decide to edit it to suit what you want. So let me quickly edit this pay tag to suit what I want, which I've done. Okay, you click on continue or complete, rather. You click on complete. Then next, you'll be asked to set up a new pin, and this pin mainly is for accessing the app in your phone. So I will go ahead and do that, which I've done. And once you're done, you're going to be brought to this interface. The next thing I want you to do is to click on this part that says verify your account. That's where I want you to click on verify your account. Yeah, so you click on that, and depending on your country, of course, the app must have gotten your country while you're setting this up. So you click on Nigeria. This is usually useful for third world countries as far as Amazon is concerned anyway, but you can, even if you are not from the third world country, you can choose to set it up to do other things that you want to. So Nigeria, then you click on continue. You see that mainly Nigeria is the only country that was actually highlighted because the way it was set up for me, they already know I'm in Nigeria, so it's highlighted that for me. So click on continue. Then of course I just allow the app. I'll just allow the app to proceed with access to your camera. That's basically what it was asking for. So just let it to load. It a sec to load. Still with you guys. I'm still with you. Close this and just allow it to. Great. Now they are giving you information about a thing or two. You just but the thing you just need to do here is to click on proceed. You just click on proceed, and then you should be good. So I'll click on proceed. Now again, I have to select my country, which is already there, Nigeria, and they're asking me to select a verification channel. So there are two types of verification channel I can use: national identity number or bank verification number. I would advise that you just go with bank verification number because so far I see that it is actually faster. In fact, the fastest means to go with this verification. So I click on bank verification number, and then I click on proceed. Now I'm not asked to input my bank verification number right there, which I'm going to do right now. So after you put your bank verification number, you click on proceed, and it's going to
So having successfully completed the verification process is actually a simple process by verifying your face. Next thing you want to do is to check to see that your document was successfully verified. You will even get a notification directly from Payday, like you can see here. You can see the verification. I got the notifications to say that my document was successfully submitted and my document verified successfully. So having done that, you go back, and then what I want you to click on is return to merchant. And having clicked on that, you can see that this is how the interface now looks. And what I want you to do now is to click on create a new account. Creating a new account will enable you to have access to other accounts created in other countries. You can see you have Nigeria here. I want you to click on create new account. That's what I want you to do. So you go ahead and click create new account. So after you click on create new account, you can see that you have three different options. You can go ahead with pounds, you can go ahead with dollars, but for this particular class, I want you to click on US dollars so that we can be able to quickly get our account set up. So click US dollars. Having done that, you'll be prompted to provide your phone number. So quickly, you can go ahead and type in your phone number. Just type it in the provided box. Then you click on continue and just let it to load. This is actually a very simple and seamless process. Like you can see, voila, you can see that we have this. It says your USD account is set. Great. So that's all we need. You just click on got it. And when you click on got it, it brings you back here. And if you may want to quickly see your USD account, and to check that, you click on that point at the top, but now it's not there. So all you need to do when you click on that and you don't find it, yes, that side, if when you click on it and you don't find your US dollar account, all you need to do is to simply log out of your app and then you log in again. That way you are able to see the details. So I'm going to log out now and I'll log in again.
So I've logged in back again to the app, and then I'll click on this part at the top here. That same part I showed you earlier. Now you see now US dollar is now reflecting here. All I need to do is to click on the US dollar here, and you can see that it's now showing US dollar from this point. It's now showing US dollar here now. Can you see that? So since it's showing me US dollar there, then all I need to just do from here now is to tap on this part that says top up to reveal my bank account details. I click on top up to reveal my bank account details. So that's what I'm going to do. So you click on top up. When you click on top up, you're not asked you're not given two options: fund via bank transfer or fund with other wallet. Click on fund via bank transfer. Now if you click on fund via bank transfer, you will now see the bank information for this US dollar account. You will see the account name, the bank name, the account number, SWIFT code, bank address, routing, account type, and so on and so forth. All I need to do is now tap on this button at the bottom that says share account details. Tap on it, and once you do that, it will prompt you to copy the information. Simply copy the information and then paste it somewhere. If you like, you can write them down so that it's easy for you to refer to when you are going back on Amazon KDP. So now that I've gotten the information from my Amazon account of my US dollar account, I can decide to create a new account by clicking on this part that says create a new account, and then click on create new account again, and then setting up for my British pounds account if I want to. But I don't want to do that at the moment because the information I'm even being asked to submit here are even fearful. I'm not even just going to go ahead with this. I will leave this and just proceed with my US dollar account. So I'm going to go back to Amazon, where I'm going to now provide the information. Go back to my account setup, and then I'll put those information I've gotten from here in that particular account. I hope this helps. So this was just for illustration purposes, for you to know exactly how to set up your own account and then where to put them and then how to proceed with this. Cheers, and I'll see you in the next video.
So back here, this is actually my own account. So I just want to use it for the experiment. Remember that we were trying to complete the setup of putting the bank account information that we got from Payday to finish up the setup on Amazon. So in this particular aspect now, what I'm going to do is to show you how to fill up the information you got from Payday in your Amazon account. Of course, it's going to be a dummy illustration, but that is exactly what you should do. So now you can see here it's saying add another bank account because I have an account here already. So for your own, you will just see add bank account.
So just click on that add bank account. And remember that it was the US dollar account that we created. So select United States here. Just select United States. Now go back to your app or wherever you copied and pasted the information. This part that says account holder name, just write the exact information on your account name on your payday. Write the exact information here. The type of account, you can see that by going, just scroll to the last part, you will see account type. Account type is savings account. So you change from checking to savings, right? See now it's asking that this is required. Don't worry, I'm going to input that. Then the bank information. Okay, let me write that. This is the information for this um account. I've put that. Then account number. Every information you need have been written there for you. Just come type them the way they appear. That's what I'm doing right now. So that's what I've done. I'll copy and paste here. Then the routing number. The routing number is also there. You on your payday details, you just see routing. So that value that was written as routing is what you should copy. Just copy that and you put it there. So once you are done, just come down here and click on add. Once you click on add, it's going to be added to your account. And then, of course, I've shown you how to fill up the tax information, so you can proceed with that. However, if you are working with a client and you're having issues with setting up this account, I will show you exactly what you can do proceeding with the publication pending when you resolve this aspect of the bank account information. So with this, I hope you get it and you try it out and let me know what you experience while you are trying this out.
Let's assume that you're working with a client who you are experiencing this kind of issues, and maybe you want the book to be published quickly before you finalize on setting up these accounts. You can easily click here, this part that says I don't have a bank account. I don't have a bank. Just click it. Yeah, when you click on it, Amazon will tell you that, okay, right now we see that you say you don't have a bank account, but we cannot pay you when you get royalties. We cannot pay. Just tell them that no problem. Just click on that part that says I don't have a bank account. I don't have a bank. Then when you do that, you just scroll downwards. See all this information. It says checks require a minimum payment threshold and all of that. Don't worry about that. Just click on I don't have a bank account. Then scroll down to this point where you see complete tax information. This is what I want both the people outside Nigeria and those in Nigeria to really see. So you click on complete tax information. Just click on that. Click on save and continue. Now I want you to pay maximum attention on this part. Just pay maximum attention on this part, because this is where, or this is what defines the entire concept of setting up this account. This part that actually defines it. And after this part, we are practically done with Amazon account setup. Okay, great. Now look at this. The information here being asked are actually simple. This is a tax information interview asking about you. Look at it. It says, what is your tax classification? Remember that when we're setting up this account, we selected individual, not business. So you select individual again because you are setting up the account for a person. Select that. Now the next question you're asked here. All I just did is I just tried to zoom in so that you can see what I'm talking about. He says, are you a US citizen, US permanent resident, green card holder, or US resident alien? If you're setting up this account for a US citizen or somebody who is a green card holder, select yes. But if you're in the UK or a country outside the United States, select no. Just click on no. It brings you to the next question. It says, are you acting as an intermediary agent or other person receiving payments on behalf of another person, or as a flow through entity? Now, you also select no, even though you're setting up this account for somebody else. You are setting up the account in the person's name. So it's as good as setting up the account for that person. So you are not an agent for this person. The person is setting up the account for himself. So you also select no. Then you move on to the next question. Now, the country of citizenship. Now, this is also important. If you are a citizen of the United States, or let me say, if the person you're setting up this account is a citizen of the United States, or a citizen of the United Kingdom, or citizen of whatever country you are setting up this account for that person, then you have to now come here and select this or nationality of that person. Now, if you are resident in the United States, or you are a resident in the United Kingdom, or the client is resident in the United Kingdom, but is a citizen of Nigeria, for instance, or a citizen of Ghana, this part that asks you for country of citizenship, come back and select the country of that person. In this case, Nigeria. So even if I am currently in the UK now, but I'm a citizen of Nigeria, I will still select Nigeria for this part that asks for citizenship. I hope that's understood. We can now proceed to the next question. Now, this part that now asks for permanent address. Permanent address. This is where you now put the current address of this client. So if this person is currently in the United Kingdom, this is where you now come here and edit. You edit this and select a different address, different location for this person. See, permanent address. You see, it says Nigeria here. But if the person is resident in United Kingdom, you come here and select United Kingdom. You come here and look for United Kingdom. Where is United? You come and look for United Kingdom. Where is United Kingdom? United Kingdom. Select United Kingdom, and then fill up the other information as relates to that individual. But for this case, this person is a Nigerian and is currently located in Nigeria, so I have no need of editing the information. Please, I hope we have gotten up to this point. All right. Now, this part where it asks for tax identification number. You have two options here. The first option is I have a non-US team. Second option here is I have a US team. Now, if you remember in the list of requirements I asked you to provide, in bracket, I wrote for international clients or international citizens. So this is the point where you ask your client or your author to provide you with his tax information. People who are in the UK and the US, they are mandated to pay tax. So everybody has a tax information or a tax identity number. So ask the person for the tax identification number and make sure that this thing is checked. This part is checked here. So all you need to do is just paste the person's tax identification number, the value here, and then you click on continue. And you're setting up an account for somebody who is in Nigeria. Please uncheck this. Just uncheck it. And then other questions will come here, and you'll be told that, okay, why don't you have a TIN? Just select any of this information. Say the country where I am liable to pay tax does not issue TIN. You can select that. Or say I have applied for a TIN but haven't received it yet. Or you say I could not have or obtain my TIN from my local authorities because of other reasons. You can choose. I usually select the last option. Just select the last option, and then you can proceed. Now, mind you, if you are selecting any of this option, you are liable to a 30% statutory withholding tax for the United States. But that's a normal thing. It means that for every royalty you earn, before this Amazon will send it to you, they will be withhold 30% tax out of that royalty. That's what this means. So when you have done that, just come here and click on continue. Click on continue, and it's going to now bring you to this point where it will require you to consent. Just this is already checked already. Then you just scroll down a little bit. Just scroll down. This part asks you that I certify that I have the capacity to sign for the person identified on line 1 on this form. You check it, and then you type in your full name as the signature for this account. So I'll type it just like it is there. Then you move on and you click on save and preview. So the procedures is actually the same. The procedure is actually the same for every person. So when you click on save and continue, it brings you here for you to review all of this information. Just come down here and click on submit form. submit form. Now, if you are now we set up this account for a Nigerian, that's why you see here it says applicable withholding rate is 30% because you're a Nigerian. But if you set up this account correctly, even if for someone who is in the UK or in the United States, you provide the TIN and you change the permanent address to your location in United Kingdom. Instead of seeing applicable rate of 30%, you will see applicable rate of 0.0. There is no applicable withholding rate for you because you are outside the third world first. So when you are done, you click on exit interview. And then with that, your account is fully set up. I'm going to click on save here because this particular session is even going to go off in a few seconds. So then I'll click on bookshelf. I'll click on bookshelf. So having fill up that information on the account section, you can see that now that message that was formerly showing here, that was telling us that some information are missing and we need to update it now, is no more there. So that shows you that your account has been correctly set up. And when you see it like this, it means that your account is now ready to start publishing books.